What's up, Series here. Here is my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films and series that are coming out this week, whether they be a theater, streaming, etc. Alright, the wider film we have out this week is Predator Badlands. Of course, we're cast from its clan, an alien hunter, and an unlikely ally embark on a treacherous journey in a search for an ultimate adversary. Now, the previews for this has looked intriguing. I do like the Predator franchise, so I'm definitely looking forward to see this new Predator movie. Hopefully, it is a good one, but we'll see here. It is, of course, directed by Dan Trachtenberg. Looks fun, so I'm intrigued to see this one. Alright. Also, at this week, we got a couple of small affairs. Like, we got Sarah's Oil, which looks awful. I'm sorry, this thing looks boring. It's set in the early 1900s, where young Sarah Reckner believes there's a oil beneath the barren land, and she's like allured in an Indian territory as a greedy sharks close in here, and you got like Zachary Levi. It just doesn't look so good in my opinion, so I'm not interested in that one. We also got Die My Love, which is a new film from Lynn Ramsey, who also gave us We Need to Talk About Kevin. This stars Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson, and follows Grace, played by Lawrence, as a young mother who develops a postpartum depression, and alongside her partner Jackson, played by Pattinson, enters as Sergeant Physicist here. And this does look intriguing. You got Sissy Spacek, Nick Nolte, Lakeith Stanfield. Looks intriguing, so I'm definitely looking forward to see that one. We also got the movie Christie, which stars Sydney Sweeney as boxer Christy Martin, and it chronicles her rise to become America's most well-known female boxer. And this movie looks interesting. It looks really fierce. Sydney Sweeney looks terrific in this. You got Ben Foster. I think this looks intriguing to check out, so I'm intrigued to see that one. Alright, now on the streaming front, we do got Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein coming out this week. Of course, like the latest Frankenstein film, starring Oscar Isaac. You also do got Christoph Waltz, Jacob Elordi. Speak of Euphoria, by the way. This does look intriguing, to say the least. Directed by Guillermo del Toro. Great cast here. It is a shame that they did not really give this a full-on theatrical release, but it is what it is, I guess. It does look intriguing, to say the least. Hopefully, it is a good one, but we'll see. Alright. Now, we also got a couple of Christmas movies out this week. Already November, and we're getting some early Christmas stuff. Alright, on Amazon, we got Tyler Perry's Finding You. Stranded in Colorado after a devastating holiday revelation, a talented but overlooked New York City designer finds unexpected love, transforming her life and career path. This looks terrible. It doesn't look all that interesting, doesn't look all that charming. Just feels like a really, Tyler Perry's, if he directed a Hallmark film. This is what we got. So, doesn't look all that great in my opinion. We also, on Hulu, this one actually just dropped. I haven't seen it yet, but we got Joy to the World, which stars Emmanuel Chiricky and Chad Michael Murray. Lifestyle guru Joy Edwards, played by Chiricky, whose cookbooks feature the perfect home, life, and family, is horrified when a TV network decides to film a Christmas dinner at her fabled but fabric country home. She must recruit her best friend Max, played by Murray, to pose as her fake husband for the cameras. And that's okay, I guess. That could be interesting. Definitely looks very Hallmark-ish, but we'll see there. We also got Karen Kingsbury's The Christmas Ring, based on a book here. Now, this is actually premiering at Fathom Events, though. Definitely has a little Hallmark feel to it. It's where, in it, a military widow searches for her lost family Christmas ring, an heirloom from D-Day. She falls in love along the way. It stars Jada Kramer, Kelsey Grammer, and it looks harmless, I guess. It could be interesting, but we'll see there. We also got Unexpected Christmas, which stars Lil Rel Howery and about surprise guests stranded to derail a family reunion at Christmas. I like Lil Rel Howery, so could be interesting, but we'll see there. I'm always a sucker for the Christmas genre, so I'll always try to give a Christmas movie a benefit of the doubt. But we'll see how this one's gonna be. All right. Also out this week, we got the anime film titled Little Emily and the Character of the Rain, which is actually a French film, matter of fact. And it's actually getting some Oscar buzz for Best Anime Feature, so we'll see there. Emile is a little Belgian girl born in Japan. Thanks to her friend Nechio Sen, the world is full of adventure and discovery on her third birthday. An event changes the course of her life. Could be interesting there. It does look interesting, so we'll see here. Alright, we also got Nuremberg, which is actually based on a true story about the Nuremberg trials, and is set to begin a U.S. Army psychiatrist that gets locked in at a dramatic psychological showdown with accused Nazi war criminal Hermann Goring. It stars Russell Crowe, Remy Malek, Micah Shannon. Looks intriguing. I do like the cast list involved, so hopefully that's a good one. Alright, you also got Long Shadows, which, when a young boy's mother and father are savage murdered, he ages out of an orphanage, intent on revenge, but the love of a girl and a psychological trauma leads him down a mysterious path. Now it stars Dermot Mulroney, Jacqueline Bisset. Okay, could be interesting, but we'll see here. Alright. We also got Sentimental Value, which is getting tons of Oscar buzz. Could be a good chance that Stellan Skarsgård could win an Oscar for this. Sentimental Values is directed by the worst person in the world director, Joachim Terror, and stars Renee Renslav, Stellan Skarsgård, and Elle Fanning. It follows a fractured relationship between a acclaimed director and his two estranged daughters, and the trailer for this has looked terrific. Looks heartfelt, a really nice family drama, good cast list, Skarsgård, Renee, Elle Fanning. Got some interesting cast members in this one, so I'm definitely looking forward to that one. We also got Stone Cold Fox coming out, an action movie starring Kerner Shipka, Kristen Ritter, and Kiefer Sutherland. A woman must infiltrate a commune where she had escaped from in order to rescue her captive sister. This does look pretty fun. You got Kerner Shipka, who I think is good. Kristen Ritter is always great, so I'm intrigued to see this one. Hopefully that's a good one, but we'll see there. We got a film called I Wish You the Best, written and directed and produced by 13 Reasons Why actor Tommy Dorfman, starring Cole Sprouse, Girl Meets World actor Corey Fogelmanis. We also got Alexander Daddario, Lexi Underwood, Lena Dunham, and it follows Ben Debecker, a teenager who, after being kicked out of his house by his parents, embarks upon a journey of self-discovery. And this looks pretty charming. I do like Cole Sprouse, from Riverdale fame, Zack and Cody fame. He's always really good. Daddario's good. Lexi Underwood's a pretty cool actor, so I don't know, this could be an interesting one. Alright, we also got a film called All That We Love, starring Margaret Cho and Kenneth Cho, as well as Devin Bostic, Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Follows the loss of her dog. A woman faces being an empty nester and emerging feelings for her ex-husband. And this could be interesting. I do like Margaret Cho. Alice Lee's pretty good. Missy Paul's in this. That could be interesting, I guess. We also got a film titled we also got a film called Natchez, where a sharp look at an American South unreconciled history through Mississippi town that mixes antebellum tourism with community deeply divided over its past. Okay, that could be interesting. We got something called Finding Hazo. When the painful memories of childhood resurface, a 7-year-old man gets one last chance to forgive terminally ill and abusive father. Okay, interesting there. We got a film called Bell Down, which stars the middle star Patricia Heaton. A struggling new mother fights the generations old presence lurking her within her family's home, draining her safety, her sanity, and the life of her infant child. That could be interesting. I've always liked Patricia Heaton. She was great on the middle, so yeah, this one is. We got a film called Ice War, which stars Joe Kinnaman, a young Native American game warden, captures a notorious poacher, only to learn that the poacher, aware of a location of a plane carrying millions of dollars, that has crashed in a frozen lake. I do like Joe Kinnaman, so that could be interesting. All right. We also got a film called Peter Hujar's Day, which stars Ben Whishaw and Rebecca Hall. The film is set in December 1974 in New York City, and is about the photographer Peter Hujar and his friend Linda. Now it's directed by Patches director Ira Sash, and pretty much is about what is to be an artist around New York City and all. This looks like to be interesting. I do like Ben Whishaw. Rebecca Hall is always good, so hopefully this is a good one. Alright, now in limited release, by the way, we got Train Dreams, which stars Joe Egerton and Felicity Jones. This hits limited release this week, but it will hit Netflix on November 21st, I think. So that could be interesting. Now on the TV front, on Paramount Plus, we got Crutch, which is actually premiered this week. I haven't yet seen it yet. But it stars Tracy Morgan as a Harlem widow's empty nest plans gets disrupted when his millennial son and free spirit daughter move back into their home here. It's of course a spin-off of the show The Neighborhood. I'm intrigued to see this one. It looks pretty hilarious, so definitely look for it. I like Tracy Morgan too, and The Neighborhood's a pretty good show, so. We also got Squid Game The Challenge coming to Netflix. Of course, the new season of Squid Game The Challenge. We got Oz Fair, which stars Kim Kardashian and follows a successful divorce lawyer and the owner of an all-female law firm in LA, California. And this is, of course, from Ryan Murphy. You do got Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Tiana Taylor, Niecy Nash, Glenn Close, Ed O'Neill. Some really good cast members in this. It does look pretty interesting, so I'm all for it. Hopefully that's a good one. Alright, on Peacock, we got All Her For It, which stars Sarah Snook, from Succession fame. She plays a mother who moves into 14 Arthur Avenue to pick up her son, Milo, from a play date, but, ends up not really being able to find her son here. And it does look like there's going to be some twists and turns around. You got Sarah Snook, who's always good. Dakota Fanning, Michael Pena's in this one. It does look intriguing, so I'm definitely looking forward to that one. On Netflix, speaking of Micah Shannon, we got Death by Lightning, which stars Micah Shannon and Matthew McFadden. And it's the story of James Garfield, who's rose from obscurity to become America's 20th president. And we got Charles Ghetto, who also is the one who, took him out. It does look intriguing. I do like Mike Shannon. Michael McFadden is always good. Or Matthew McFadden. This does look pretty intense. Does look interesting, to say the least. So hopefully that's a good one. Last but not least, we got Pluribus, which is the new show from Apple, from the creator of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. This stars Rhea Seehorn from Better Call Saul fame. And it follows author Carol Sturka, who seems to be the only person immune to a virus and all. And this does look intriguing. Rhea Seehorn's pretty good. It looks interesting. So I'm Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul is a pretty good show. So I'm intrigued to see this one. Hopefully that could be good. But that's pretty much it there. Let me let you guys. Which of these films and series are you interested in? Are you interested in Predator Badlands, Death by Lightning, Or Her For It, Oz Fair, Christie, and one of the other shows or films I mentioned? Draw comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Tim.